आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में आज हम सभी लोग जानेंगे कि इसके इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट क्या है। तो आइए देखते हैं। टेंटेटिव आउटलाइंस, इंट्रोडक्टरी एआई लेक्चर एंड एआई लर्निंग इन लॉजिक, बायसिंग, रीजनिंग, स्टैटिकल मॉडल्स, रेनफोर्समेंट लर्निंग, स्पेशल टॉपिक्स को कवर करने वाले हैं। जहां पर ऑब्वियस क्वेश्चंस कौन कौन से बन रहे हैं। व्हाट इज एआई? प्रोग्राम दैट बिहेव एक्सट्रीमली लाइक ह्यूमंस, प्रोग्राम दैट ऑपरेट इंटरनली एज ह्यूमन डू, computational system that behave intelligently, rational behaviors. Turing test human being or intelligent. To be called intelligent, a machine must produce responses that are indistinguishable from those of a human. This is the Alan Turing scientist. Does AI have applications? Autonomous planning and scheduling of tasks aboard a spacecraft, beating Gray Kasparov in a chess match, steering a driverless cars, understanding language, robotics assistant in surgery, monitoring trade in the stock market to see if insider trading is going on. A rich history of philosophy, mathematics, economics, neuroscience, psychology, control theory. John McCarthy coined the term 1950s philosophy. Defeat with questions like, can formal rules be used to draw valid conclusions? Where does knowledge come from? How do it lead to action? David Hume proposed the principle of introduction. Later, Aristotle, given the end to achieve, consider the what mean to achieve it. Consider how the above will be achieved till you reach the first goal. Last in the order of analysis, first in the order of action. If you reach an impossibility, abandon search. Mathematics, Boolean logics, intra-capabilities, polynomial and x-polynomial growth, intelligent behavior, tractable sub-problems, not large intractable problems. Probabilities, Girolamo Cardano, 1500s, probability in terms of outcome of gambling events. Economics, how to make decision so as to maximize payoff. How do we do that? This when the payoff may be far in the future. Concept of utility, early 1900s, and game theory, mid 1900s, Leon Marcel's. Neuroscience, a study of the nervous system, is a brain. A collection of simple cells can lead to thought and action. Cycle time, human brain, microseconds, computers, neuroseconds. The brain is still 100,000 times faster. Psychology, behavioralism, stimulus lead to response. Cognitive science, computer models can be used to understand the psychologically memory and language thinking. The brain is to now throw of the term of computers science constructed like input-output unit and processing centers. Control theory, Credibilis of Alexandria, water clock with the regulators. Purposeful behavior as arising from regulatory mechanism to mechanism thus different between goals state and current states. Error. Does AI meet EE? Robotics, the science and technology of robots, their design, manufacture and applications. Players, 1941. Mechatronics, mechanics, electronics and computing, which combined like possible, the generation of simpler, more economical, reliable and versatile systems. Novart vendors. Cybernetics, the study of communications and control, typically involving regulatory feedbacks in living organization, in mechanics and in combination of the two. And agents of AI is anything that can gather information about its environment and take action based on that information. To see database, and this database HTML content is the server. Environment, what all do we need to specify the action space, percept space, the environment as a string of mappings from the action space to the percept space. The word models, perception, foundation, word dynamics, state transition and foundation, the prescription and word dynamics. Utilities, functions, how does the agent know that constitute good or bad behaviors? What is rationality? Goals, information and knowledge. The purpose of action in which reach the given of the information knowledge processed by the agent is not omniscience. The notion of reliability does not necessarily including success of the action chosen. Environment, accessibility, accessible, increasable, deterministic, non-deterministic, statics and dynamics, decrease and continuous, discrete and continuous. Examples, driving a car, a games and Chinese crackers. Agents, reactive agents and agents and memory, non-memory, and agents with memory. So state statement also and policies. Planning's a policy considering the future consequence of a action, choose the best one. To see S and A, current state and AI is lead to the max U. Seems okay so far. Computational constraint can be possibly space exactly the domain the agent will work in. A lookup table of reaction to precept is far too vague. Most things that could happen don't. Learning incomplete information about the environment. A changing environments use the sequence of percept of estimate the missing details. Hertz of Hertz for us to articulate the knowledge need to build AI system examples. Try writing a program to recognize virtual input like various type of flowers. What is learning? Herb Simon, learning denotes change in the system that are adaptive in the scene that they enable the system to do the takes down from the same populations more efficiently and more effectively the next time. But why do we believe we have the license to predict the futures? Introduction. David Hume, Scottish philosopher, economist. All we can say, think, or predict about natures must come from period experience. Rand Russell. If asked why we believe the sun will rise tomorrow, we shall naturally answers because it is always rising every day. Classifying learning problems. Supervised learning, given a set of input-output pairs, learn to predict the output if faced with a new inputs. Unsupervised learning, patterns in the uh, input when a specific output value are supplied. Reinforcement learning, learn to interact with the world from the reinforcement you get. And this is functions, given the samples, set of input, corresponding output find a function to express this relations. Pronunciation function from letter to sounds. Blowing function from targets location to joint torques. Diagnosis, diagnosis functions from lab result to disease categories. Aspect of functions learning, memory, averaging, and generalizations.